Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. It's me, A. Proustian. This is, in fact, future A. Proustian starting the episode. I'm going to send you back in time like 12 minutes so you can see exactly how I get to this point. I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Moron. Ms. Von Karma. This house, we don't use that language. Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And what is that? You should know. Evidence? You forget that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn this trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Barry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The bust! It has to be. It did leave footprints. He saw Max's butt. Ow! I asked who was the other person Mo saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. Right? It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands. Yeah, this is basically what I've been thinking since we discovered there was a bust and it was missing. Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? Doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Oh, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? I mean, in this case, it must be Acro. To make it seem like Max was there, I guess? It's the only person who could have. I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then how did this person get a hold of the cloak? Well... Oh, did Max put it on the bust? Furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's wrong. It's not Acro. Let me reload. My new guess is that it was Max. Nope. Okay, not that. It's not Max. Could it have been Russell Barry? That doesn't make any sense. But I'm saying it. Fool. Him? You're saying it was the victim himself? Russell Barry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself, placed the cloak on the bust. Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Oh, you think it got snagged on it? Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night. Let's step back in time. Okay, here's my thought. We do know that Russellberry went out. He might have grabbed the cloak and hat because it was cold out and he wanted a hat and a cloak and he just grabbed them because they were there when he had been talking to Max. And then the cloak got caught on the bust when it killed him and the hat fell off. That's my guess. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. Ooh, that's a thought. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. I'm so sad they're not the murderers here. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, it's possible, I guess. You just wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? Okay, so then it flies up and it gets caught on the cards. The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Moe Curls, the clown. When Moe looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Moe saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it, primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bust up. And it flew away. And that is how the magical murder disappeared into the sky came to be. Dot 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 from everybody. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Still chill. It's kind of a nice change of pace from everybody else who freaks out. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now. So? What now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Sure. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. I think she has forgotten. She doesn't respect it very much, I'm afraid to say, Judge. Nobody does. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. You just explained how there could only be one possible murder method. There's still something unusual about Moe's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. I do not remember Moe's testimony that well. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you've unraveled the trick to this magic case. I have no idea. I really don't know. I'm gonna have to check the hint site because I'm stuck. Okay, I think I need to show the bust itself here. Right, because there are no roses on it, I guess. Okay. Try again. Oh, god damn it. Okay. And we're back in the present. And now I have to present some evidence that back my claims. And since for me, it's actually been a few days, I don't actually remember what claims I'm presenting evidence for. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, no. I think I have to get into Acro's how he did it or why he did it or that he did it at all. What's my actual proof that it was him? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, that's tough. I have no idea. I'm tempted to say the pepper. It is a weird thing to be in that box. You know, it's the only thing that feels weird. I'm gonna, the chances that this is what I'm supposed to present seem so small. Wait a minute, can I even present? Oh, I have to get to the next one. Oh, I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. I really don't. I have no idea. Could it be this, though? Acro put this in Regina's pocket? That makes more sense than the pepper, probably. I think the pepper's going to be important somehow. We'll try this. Uh-oh. This bodes ill. But come on, he called her a murderer. Try again. God damn it. Unraveled the trick. I mean, I thought we had the bust. We had the cloak on the thing. I don't have any idea what I'm supposed to present. Oh. Okay, I'm just checking the site because since it's been a while, I just don't remember what I've used and what I need to use. Okay, this is bringing me back. The hints, I didn't follow the hints all the way through, but it said to remind people about the white roses. So I'm gonna do this, I guess? Yeah, the problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Moe's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. The theory I just presented explains all these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Moe said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. Right, like the bust. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Moe saw was actually the bust. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one, but what about the other contradiction? Oh yeah, she's sweating. She knows she's in trouble. The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? I don't know. Can I? Oh, good. Of course, I could explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged on the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Did they fall off? Were they inside? It was facing the other way. I see. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. And maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Oh no. She would never. Well, so much for that theory. They were both totally chill. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. Are we actually talking about motive? It's true. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. It's true. That's why I think he was trying to kill Regina. Because he put the note in her pocket. He expected her to be there. And he wasn't looking out the window. He just, I assume, heard somebody at the box. Or, I'm not sure. Anyways. Thus, there's absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I would like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. Seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. All right. Got an actual to be continued here. Okay, December 30th, 2:17 p.m. I can't believe it. Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. To think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? I think him being blamed for it is coincidental. I don't think that was necessarily the plan. Although, because I don't know that the bust itself would have been thought to be Max without the cloak. And that was an accident. But I guess maybe we think he did try to do it on purpose. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. But I'm nothing but a little nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why... Hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me after I went all the trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe! Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Oh, well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things just now. Yeah, you'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. That's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. I gumshoe. Ah! Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circuit for the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Is that good? What is their obsession with milk? I don't understand. Alright, back in the courtroom. Court is now back in session. You know, before I go any further, I'm going to look at this bat's scarf, stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Strange. We do know pepper's a thing. Pepper! Did somebody dose Bat's scarf with pepper to make Leon sneeze? And that's what happened? Regina would not have done that. The ringmaster might have. Maybe he really did want to kill the ringmaster. Why would the ringmaster want to injure or kill Bat? Did he not want her... Did he not want Bat, like, hooking up with Regina? I don't know. Oh, now I'm thinking things. Okay. Ms. Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with this relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Ugh. Alright, about the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Are you kidding me? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. What else am I gonna do? Give up? The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. Huh. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. It's It's not fabricating, it's discovering. Thank you. All right. We were abandoned by our parents. We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? And nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. Oh no. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Ow! No crying in court. Let's keep going. Thank you, Von Karma. The witness may proceed with his testimony. The ringmaster took us in. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I love how mad she is about this. I know, he seems like a nice guy. Which is what makes this so difficult. So then how long have you been a performer? Became an acrobat around 9? You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. It's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is, I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You're truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro, almost like a proud father. Yeah, that's a problem. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it's pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? I think so. Of course I can. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no, I can't. Oh, this is going to be good. Very well then, please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster. Now I think I can do the murderer note. I think it's the murderer note. Let me just go over this one more time. This is why Acro killed the ringmaster? That's correct. I don't think the defense would mind confirming something for me. What exactly are we supposed to learn from this piece of evidence? What are you supposed to learn? Okay, so this was the wrong thing. It's like you just won the award for biggest failure in court. Ouch. Biggest failure in court. That stings. In recognition of your honor, let me bestow upon you my special prize. Yeah. Laugh it up. Okay, so I think the evidence might be the brother. No, not the brother. Maybe I can't. Could it be Leon? No. Let me go forward and see if maybe what happens if I say I can't. I want to say if I say I can't provide one. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this was, I think, the right thing to do. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? My first thought was right. He was trying to kill Regina. The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of the witness's murderous plot was not the ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? I'm only surprised she didn't say my court there. Are you attempting to imply that Acro's trying to kill someone else? Yeah, Regina. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? There's nothing to say to that. You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer the question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Oh my god, she's so great. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence. Now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro is out to kill this young girl. I think that must be this. Right? Am I right with this now? Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Barry. I love being right. Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. I wonder if Mo already realized that. He said he wanted Regina here to understand what happened. I think Mo knew. Mo's got this all figured out. He's a smart clown. He's not a good clown, but he's a smart clown. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. This is the scarf. I feel good about that. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Barry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in this note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... I'm pretty sure it's the scarf. Because Acro had this. What? This is it? Well, I kind of figured that I'd try and get rid of evidence I didn't need anymore. What? No! No, that's not... come on. Come on! I was sure about that. Okay. So what other conclusive evidence? Is it the pepper? Then? That was in the box? It's you! It's you! It's you! What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Yeah, if it made the lion sneeze. Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Bat. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Deanling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Regina, I mean Ms. Regina Berry, is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Ms. Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. I don't think she could on purpose. I think it might have been on accident. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? No. It was more than that. The pepper. I've keyed in on the pepper. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but someone else did? Oh, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. I think it must be this, right? Now the pepper? That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Was she just trying to play a prank on Bat, like to make him sneeze? Hey, what's with the silent treatment? The bird is poking me in the face. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present? Where's the crime in that? Still seems like the judge doesn't get it. No, he doesn't. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Yeah. Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? No, but I think they sneeze. Like cats. I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. What? Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Poor Leon. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! Oh, come on, Francisca, you saw that coming. You've got to be kidding me. Yes, Francisca? What's the matter, Ms. Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. Ha. Ha ha ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro. You don't mean. You can't mean. Witness. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where's the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is that the murder weapon, or lack thereof, to be precise. The murder weapon. Yeah, we haven't seen it. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it were covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. Where did it end up? The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Ah, shit. Let's request to search Acro's room? I guess? The defense requests to search the room of the witness, Ken Dingling. Huh. What is it now? See, I feel like this is the wrong thing, because they would have already searched it. It looks like you still haven't figured things out, have you? By now you must know the meaning of Von Karma total justice. You mean... Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. Best to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Oh, that's pretty good. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put in my coffin. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. the bust? Where is it now? Shit, that is a good question. Huh. Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. It's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? I don't know. Is Acro, like, sitting on it or something? Seems this case is coming to a close. Defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Uh-huh. Thank you for your support. Ah! I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examine of this witness. Okay, am I gonna have to reload this? Is he gonna give me a guilty? Oh, nope. Hold it. Who said hold it? Is it Maya? There she is. Yeah, I think this is important. This still always cracks me up, though, with the way these are done, is it's like, oh, we have not proven that your defendant didn't, but you didn't prove this other person did it absolutely conclusively, so nothing we can do. Your guy's guilty. Anyways. Alright, Maya. Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? Oh my god, Phoenix, pull yourself together. The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. She has a good point. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? Okay, I mean, I feel like it has to be on Acro's person, or they would have found it. Because, like, he didn't have a chance to put it somewhere. They already checked his room, so it has to be somewhere here. Plus, we have to have access to it, I think, for the end of the story. So I'm gonna say somewhere in the courtroom. It's obvious the bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once for all. The witness stand. I feel like Acro must have it on him somehow. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Acro. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Ha! Ha 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 ha! Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is in there. We all know you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. Oh, she's so mad. You fool! How could you? Is she mad at Acro or Phoenix? Maybe both. You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? What, Phoenix and Maya? Ms. Francisca von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, nice. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? Huh? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Oh, good point. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. I'm not exactly sure how the logistics of that work. Must have like a sling or something under it to carry stuff. Ms. Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. I wonder if this will assuage her ego. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Ms. Von Karma. I mean, she did have to follow the train of thought that this might be possible in order to do the search. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Huh? You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. Well, I think that because the search came up negative, she became even more confident in Max's guilt instead of Acro's, even though she had, like, figured out that far. It was like, well, I've cleared Acro. That's my guess. Oh, she's so mad. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me, make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. Seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times, too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit intense to want to murder the 16-year-old for something like this. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. I mean, like, I get it. Like, she's been really weird about her dad. She's just like, oh, okay, dad's a star, you know? And I think she's just not willing to confront that reality of death, you know? That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. Oh, he's sad. He is reacting to this. At first, I thought I'd kill myself, and I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I think he wanted to still be there for his brother. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. That is true. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. Oh, she's big mad. I love it. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Hell yeah, we won. Good job, Max. This court is adjourned. All right, 4:27 p.m. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Ah! Oh, Regina. I think it's sinking in. She's been like this for a while now. Ah! It's all my fault. Ah! Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. That just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro... Is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He is not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Oh god. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. I think it's his brother. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Bat? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. Now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Till he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again. It's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Yeah, I mean, things really suck for her, too. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. I don't think you will. What's gonna happen to the circus now? Oh, maybe he will. Ah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's still sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. Do it, Mo. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen. See, he might react well to this, drive, the ambition. Don't laugh. Who thought Mo would ever say that? That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions, which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you even talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together to make the Very Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo's right, sweetie pie. Can't be the Very Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max? Nick? Seems like everything's gonna turn out all right here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats. Oh God, Mo, don't do it. I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. Really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. Is this Miles? Is Gumshoe talking to Miles? You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. I was fucking right. I couldn't tell for a second from the angle, but he's got the cravat, so yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. Hey, he's back for episode 4. Oh, I can't wait. Well, that'll have to happen the next time. So thank you all for watching. I enjoyed this case, mostly. And yeah, I'll see you for the next one. Bye.